What it do? What it do? It's your boy Kev. Coming right back at you with another video clip. Wake up, wake up, wake up! It's the first of the month, so get your checks and come up. It's the first of the month. Today's March 1st, 2018, and I'm gonna hit you with on consignment. That is, I want to talk about making a professional business portfolio. There are a few strategies I'm gonna lay out, and I'm gonna do it by summing up this. When you give your introduction, when you fill out your basics, your name, you write a little bit about yourself, your work history, your experience as far as how you are a professional business model for a certain position. You want to be able to do it where you're not only talking about yourself as far as what you do or explaining about how you are, but you want to be able to add as far as the most experience that you could acquire on one sheet of paper. You want to be able to take all of your expertise and you want to lay it out, detail by detail. And you want to keep it short with just a few sentences of your overall persona. Everything as far as your business model mantra. You want to be able to sum it up with words as if, think of when you're introducing yourself and you're talking with somebody who is an employer. Well, the same way that when you speak to somebody and you deliver personality, you have to be able to execute personality the same way on that sheet of paper. Whether you do it filling it out on a piece of paper with a pen or if you're doing it on the computer online. That's the first step of getting recognized by employers. And this is where it all begins. You want to be able to lay out your business work history with all specifics, and you want to add also colorization to whatever experience that you may previously had in a job. So I'll give you just a basic example. Let's say you worked at a home goods store as a cash register. You don't want to just lay out the basic necessities of your position, meaning that the customer purchase an item at the store, gives you the money for it, and then you open up the cash register drawer, whatever the amount is, you give the change back, etc. And then you hand the customer the receipt. You don't want to just put that down when you're filling out an application, but you want to be able to say that, for an example, I gave the customer the right amount of change for what the customer had purchased, gave the customer the receipt, and then I told the customer a little bit about our brand and our expertise as far as what we do. Tell them a little bit of history of where you work, about the company that you're representing. Say that if there's anything I can extend myself into whatever it is that you may need, I will be gladly to do so. Add that as an incentive to your resume. Let other employers know that you are someone who goes beyond the basic necessity of duty on what it is that you are doing, but that you're an overall extension to your brand, to your business. That even if you're just an employee working for an employer, that you're someone who multitasks and that is someone who is able to go beyond just doing the basics, what he is told. This is what shows basic leadership. Now, let's say you work for several companies, you know, over the years, and that, let's say we're talking about positions where you worked as a supervisor or you got promoted as a district manager for a specific food chain even, or it could be a wholesale chain. Your goal is to be responsible for all employers' applicants and all employees, excuse me, applicants who are being hired. And you have to go through the process of weeding out candidates for certain job positions, filling out certain slots. Now, the person who's overseeing you would be the corporate of whatever company that is you're working for. They are looking to see how many quotas that you can meet as far as weeding out applicants, hiring, doing the hiring process of applicants, and so forth. So now, when you're filling out that application, let's say you want to go for a real corporate position, like being a shareholder in, let's say, a business model like Goldman Sachs or somewhere in a position on Wall Street. You want to lay out basically your leadership role in a very professional, detailed manner. You want to be able to say all the reasons why that you're qualified for a high position. And you have to be totally and brutally honest when you fill out, a professional portfolio that you make. You can't cut corners and you can't make it look like where it's unrealistic of some of the job roles by trying to make it look more extravagant on paper because you want to get that position because you're competing with so many other applicants, that other applicants who you know are very well more qualified than you, who are going to be filling out for the same position. You have to be able to make it where your truth where you come off truthful, where it looks truthful and reasonable. So I say don't try to over exaggerate a lie, because when they ask you and then when they do a background of you and it turns out to be false of some of the stuff that you add on the application, you'll be dismissed anyway. So lay out your overall job history, be very specific, go beyond, like I said, of just laying out your basic duties, but try to add flavor to it. Try to show that you're someone who's all about whatever the brand that you may have been working for, or where it is that you're currently working now, that you're someone who goes beyond for leadership and not just being a worker. That's one way to make your resume look good in your portfolio. Um, Lay out your personality, describe what it is that you're willing to achieve, what it is that you have achieved, and give professional names that are people that know you very well, that could actually recommend you as someone who is trustworthy and that is capable of working, for the position that you were looking for. Now, once you get the phone interview and they set up where you are to meet in person with an employer of whatever job that it is that you're seeking, um, now you get to the stage where you're sitting in front of the employer who's looking at you, and the first thing that he is going to ask you is, why should I hire you? What makes you more qualified than any of these other candidates who are very well professionalized, who have way more experience, who have a whole set amount of expertise to this specific position? And he's going to ask you, why do you think you're that? Why do you think that you were qualified? First thing I would say is be honest. Say to him, the employer, I will say that with all honesty, I may not be 100% fit in every position as far as what I can do compared to some of the others who are more qualified. But I will say one thing: my work history and my track record is proven and it is given that I'm somebody who is reliable. I'm someone who has helped other employees get promoted. I'm someone who is sufficient. I am reliable. And I'm someone who does not take any long amount of time to learn something new and to get things done. I'm someone who is a leader. I'm someone who knows how to organize. I've done this so and so, give specifics, and look with a straight confidence look at the employer in the eyes, and tell him that you will get the job done and that you will not let him down. With an all honesty expression and getting straight to the point and being very direct, he will respect your honesty. Even though there are other candidates who are very well more capable, who have more experience, you will still be given the chance. He will give you the chance to prove yourself, and then you will get that position. But you have to be fully honest, and you have to be where you know yourself, and that you don't fumble or stumble across not knowing the right words to say. If you lose that sense of confidence, you will lose having the opportunity to even be recognized or to have a potential shot. But if you're overly confident and you know yourself to be a leader and that you will deliver on all of the obligations and duties required for that position, you will get the job and you will likely have success. So it starts off with the right business portfolio. And I'm just going to leave it at this. This is your boy Kevin. Just wanted to give you some tips how you could make yourself successful when it comes to getting promoted to that business, that job, etc. So do your thing, stay wealthy, be healthy. Peace.